Hi, we're here for the daily Forex report for May 6th. We are looking at the U.S.-Japanese yen pair first. This particular pair dove down due to risk concerns. It did move over 500 pips, pulled back significantly prior to the close. Nonetheless, still moving to the downside with a bias that is down. Look for it to potentially go as high as 94.48, possibly as low as 87.43. Look for some resistance around 91.50 and look for some support around 88.00. Okay, now looking at the Euro-USD pair, this particular pair moved lower today, closed lower, definitely biased to the downside. Look for it to move up and possibly hit some resistance around 1.2800, possibly moving to the downside and hitting support at 1.2500. Okay, now looking at the pound-US dollar pair, this pair continues to move lower. Basically hit some previous support and pulled back prior to the close, but nonetheless closed right at previous support, at least right here. We are looking for this pair to continue to the downside. Look for it to potentially go as high as 152.19, possibly as low as 146.16. Look for some resistance around 1,5000. And look for some support around 14700. Okay, the U.S. Swiss, this particular pair closed higher, or closed lower today rather, during trading. There we go. This particular pair is moving to the upside, bias is up. It did close down, however it broke to the upside and to the downside, closed with a pretty tight range after the overall range that it had. Look for this pair to continue moving to the upside with a bias that is up. Look for it to potentially go as high as 113.08, possibly as low as 109.68. Look for some resistance around 112.50, and look for some support around 110.25. Now, as far as what I'm looking for during this next session, if we get a pullback in the U.S. Swiss, look for it to basically look for a short off of today's low and then look for it to tag this session's high. I don't think it's going to pull back, but if we do get a pullback, this particular play, this particular trade could be worth about 90, 92, 93 pips. So look for it if it does happen. Now, the U.S.-Japanese yen pair, I do believe will get a pullback in that. This particular pair, what I'm looking for is a pullback to this high. Once it breaks through that area, I'm looking for it to come up to this area. Basically, a little bit over 100 pips, about 120 pips or so. 120 exactly. Basically looking for a buy at this point and looking for it to come back up to this area. So be a pretty large range, but considering today's range, anything is possible. Look for it to come up, buy in, and then move higher. Well, as far as news announcements goes, we have the Canadian dollar releasing their net change of unemployment for April tomorrow. That's at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. Consensus on that is that things have moved a little bit higher from 17.9K to 20K. We also have the U.S. releasing their non-farm payroll for tomorrow, their unemployment, at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Consensus is things have moved a little bit higher from 162K to 176K. They're showing overall unemployment holding at 9.7%. Could be bad news for the U.S. dollar if the non-farm payroll comes out higher. Well, that about wraps us up for today. Until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.